hit record this time. Just to be safe. Alright. So ladies and gentlemen, today is just a day. We had to start on this intro again. Alright, so let me just get right into it. We have Mr. Kit Israel, Advokit Productions with us. The legendary global producer.
Global is it? No?
I said yes. Last time you were here, we were talking about the can rhythm and hello and all that folklore and them hitting the global stage. It's known around the world.
Okay, all right, I will take that.
I don't understand why you're fighting it. You are well known, and whatever formula that it is that you're using, keep doing it. Congratulations on the release of Smile.
Thank you.
It is a wonderful track. We will drop the link in the description somewhere about. Listen to it, stream it on repeat, please. Thanks. So today we're going to be talking about his processes of building a track. But aside from that, later on, there's more stuff to come with Advocate. We'll release all that information coming up. But for right now, we're going to be looking at Good Love by Sammy Jo and Kit. And I had to say, when I first heard this song, I was like, okay, this have a vibe to it. And you were saying earlier that the guitars were live. What kind of guitar you use, you know?
It's a Stratocaster.
That's the best kind of guitar for studio audio. That's the best kind of guitar.
I'm not well versed with it, but I mean, I bought that from an actual local guitar maker.
Okay.
So he's one of the best, and I get a kind
Johnny
of discount price. I can't remember his name, to be honest. And it was a discount price from one of the fellas from Image and Company. I bought it from him.
Oh.
And since I bought that guitar,
Miguel.
No, it's not Miguel. And since I bought that, all my songs have that guitar. All my songs. So I'm getting another guitar now, and I'm trying to change it up a little bit. But I just absolutely loved it, and I abused it, and I apologize to the guitar. I am sorry for abusing you. You'll get a break now. But I love it. Totally love it.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So let's play a little snippet, if you can, of the. You can do the instrumental version of Good Love by Sammy Jo, and
okay.
I have some questions because I'm curious as to some of the sound effects and what you would have done. If there were layers and
you'll
that
be
kind.
surprised how simple it is.
Dread.
You'll be surprised. Yeah, but the session itself will give problems to play because it's computer begging. Taking donations for a new computer, guys.
Yeah. Yo, we need to help the creatives on them, right? We need to help. No, serious talk. We need to help the creatives on them. Kitters are creative. He out there. So if all I could help. All right.
Start a GoFundMe.
I agree.
I know, started. Right.
So the little runs, that's you playing that too?
Yeah. But I did it in takes. So I play a little piece, record, stop, play a little piece, record, and then chop it up. I'm very good at editing.
Right, well, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am no great guitarist. I mean, all the tracks I did, like the Can, the Folklore, Patrice Tender, I played all the guitar and all of that. So.
That's a sign.
That's a sign. What's the sign?
The sign is you can play guitar and you should play more guitar.
Play more guitar.
Okay, so I have a question. So there sounds like there's a bass. Now I know there's obviously a bass, but is there like a doo-doo kind of tone somewhere in that?
You need to describe doo-doo.
Okay, so
that's all I need to describe.
So for people in the panel, the doo-doo is kind of like this big drum. It's like a big African drum.
Oh, no, I don't think there's one in
Okay.
No. I'm trying to bring back up the session as well. So.
Right.
But there is a 808 that does the majority of the bass. There's like a kind of conga kind of thing. There's the snare, there's the shaker. I use a lot of shakers. I love shakers. Shakers just give it a little kind of sprinkle now.
Yeah.
Everybody's go for the hi-hat and the thing, and for some reason hi-hats don't resonate the same with me. I like shakers. They give it that more
like a live
organic
feel.
Yeah, kind of like a live feel. So I always try to build with a mixture between live and digital always. So that's why I always put a live guitar into something or put a live bass into something. And then everything else could be like samples and cuts up and whatever the case is. But I think once it's missing that live piece, something about it just feels like it's missing something to me.
Right. No, I could understand that. I could understand that for sure. If the session decides to show itself, I want to hear how that shaker sounds, because I know now. I am curious. You know how sometimes producers, when they making a track, they leave in like a little mark of, it's usually be like an accident, but
is that like a signature?
Like a signature.
Okay.
I'm curious as if you left the shaker to be like clockwork, like exact on tempo, or you kind of leave it kind of loose.
Oh no, I usually have most of my instruments very, very loose. So when you hear them separated, they're not quantized properly at all.
Well,
yeah,
wow.
And I find when you start to quantize them too much, it kind of removes the soul out of it, like the groove kind of misses. So most of my stuff is not quantized heavily at all. It's not. So.
I am shook.
So yeah, that's definitely a tip. But you need to know what you're doing, eh?
No. Don't just not quantize. I'm assuming you could quantize to a degree, but if it comes to like a live instrument, you could kind of just let it be loose and free.
Correct. And yeah, they would have some errors in it, eh?
Right.
But sometimes the errors just bring a kind of perfect imperfection. So leave it. We're human and we are imperfect. So yeah, we like to. We could relate better to things that are imperfect. So all that, yeah, it's a little heights, but it is. I've seen it work. Like as soon as I started just make things super clean and super exact and super this, it's just sound like a robot doing.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but the vibe just totally gone in the track.
And would you say, like, for example, that's kind of what makes a lot of music these days sell? Because I notice a lot of producers, they're going back to that live vibe. There's something about the live instrument that draws people to listen to the.
Well, music is always a wave. There's always we always push one direction and we always come back. So it's always like what do you call it? It fluctuates back and forth always. So yeah, more now. So you're hearing a lot of organic instrumentation, like what's voice song? The one you released recently.
Alto and Bad.
Yeah, right. It's coming back. But it's like phases. We're gonna go back organic. A lot of the Bayesian kind of songs are gonna come back and that kind of thing. And then give it 2-3 years and then back to digital and EDM songing kind of thing. But we went through an African phase.
Yeah, that's true.
We're still kind of in the middle of it, but it really depends. And Trinidad is very good at adapting.
Right.
And that might be a problem too.
Yeah, true.
So
true.
The consistency of what we need to define what soca isn't there because we're changing so much.
That's
so all that is super,
that's
super
in
important.
it. Yeah. So I'm interested in hearing how you layered your percussion.
Let's pray.
Come on, guys. We need you.
Oh my gosh, yes, we need you. Totally. This computer is hot. Right, there's the snare.
Things playing. Things playing. This is a good thing.
Right, so that's this. Right, so this is the percussion. I think that was it. And then you have the shaker. And then you have this kind of
like a cowbell kind of something.
Cowbell kind of iron kind of something. And I kind of layer that left and right. So you go ting, 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 so it goes left and right. And then that's about it. There's like a percussion roll.
Right.
Let me see if I get it. I think this is it. Nope. The computer is saying not today.
She said no.
No, not today.
She said no, but that's okay. Because I did have a question. Right. Because I was listening to the Iron Man you were playing this at the time, and I'm like, that actually sounds like how a real Iron Man would play.
I didn't even know how a real Iron Man plays. I've never met a real Iron Man. So I don't know what it's supposed to be.
A little scared, you know, because it sounds like, I don't want to say it, but in our pan side, usually there's a bar, and the players do take some sips, and then they do try to play, and it's not quite in time, but it's there, but not quite there. So it sounded like a real.
When they're drunk, you get different type of quantization, and that is where the vibes be. I have the stems for it, so I could actually still play.
Okay.
Right, so that is just like a fill, like a percussion fill. But this is all the percussions in it.
Wow.
You know, it's not complicated, like not at all. But one of the most important things in the production is tone selections and how they mesh together. Because you could use the right kick, you could have the right everything and the wrong kick, and you're laughing. And the kick would not feel the same for the overall feel of the track. So it's not a complicated shaker. It's not a complicated snare or percussion roller. There's nothing complicated in it. But it just fits well, and everybody has its own pocket to kind of...
to sit into.
Into, correct, yeah.
Wow. Okay, do you have the stems of the vocals there? I'm curious as to how those harmonies...
Well, I have the lead separated from the harmony.
That's fine. We go take that.
The lead was
You give me that.
So yeah, that delay. I love delay. More so than reverb, to be honest. Yeah.
You give me that good. You give me that good love. Hey, wait a minute.
Space, you see, I love that space.
I just wanna take it slow. I know you're ready for it. Oh.
Right now, let me bring up the harmony track. Right, so this is the pre-chorus, I think.
Ready, you ready? Got me falling for you. Steadily.
So what I did with this track, I actually only had like 3 different types of harmony takes, and I didn't do it left and right. So a lot of the energy is in the center.
Right.
So it sounds like one voice, but one harmony sticks out more than the rest.
Good loving.
And here this part.
Good love. Now pause.
Right, because she on the lead she goes up higher.
Right.
So all that runs with the lead at the same time, so that it gives it a thickness.
I can't swear on people's show.
It's your show.
I know, but I have an audience now, boy, and my head it's kind of like you realize something. Okay, what it boils down to is that it's so very simple. And you don't need to like overcomplicate. The idea is my head.
Yeah, no, we as creatives, we tend to take it from 0 to 1 million very quickly, and then we start to feel like everything needs to be in it. No. It's not about us. It's about the music. It's like if you have a child and you're carrying your child to every single after school activity, football, swimming, badminton, gymnastics, I don't know, just basketball, water polo, everything, right? The child may never be good at one, and then the child will get overwhelmed, and the child may do none because they fed up all the training and they fed up all the work and thing, and they might not passionately feel anything towards any of it. But if they just focus on one, it's possible the child could be the next biggest cricketer or the next biggest footballer, because it's that one thing that they're passionate about. So you really have to pick and choose what is necessary. Everything else, yes, it might sound good to you, but it might be cluttering the music. It might be cluttering the vibe. And it might be changing it too.
Right. Because what I was going to say is I noticed that same, like, okay, so I'll let you all in on a little secret here, right? I always send in Kit music to listen to. And I found recently that pulling samples to build tracks, sometimes it have real nice ideas on these little samples. Just have real nice lines, nice chords. But you can't have everything because of the song muddy. And I'm sitting down there and I'm like, this is too much. It's way to space it out. It needs room to breathe.
You're very correct. Too much is... There's always a breaking point or a limit. And we as creators, we really don't see it outside of ourselves. And sometimes somebody needs to come in and say that. But that's also the difference between a beat maker and a producer, you know. So you gotta keep that in mind always. I remember saying that last time.
Yeah. Because I'm assuming that the beat maker may just put together all the ideas and it'll sound great in a big cheese sandwich with plenty toppings and all of this. But the producer will say, okay, no, sir, we don't need to have mayonnaise right now.
Correct.
We need to just have the cheese. We just need to have the whatever and the whatever.
You're right. And then coming down to the end of the song, maybe I might want the mayonnaise. Maybe. And then a glass of water. You know what I mean?
Not even a little slight pepper, nothing.
Well, it depends. It depends if you do not chutney. You have to have pepper. You have to have pepper.
I am dying with laughter on the inside and all. Wow. Okay, so I wanted to hear. There was one thing I wanted to see. Can I hear the voices and the bass? Because I'll explain to people. So for me, I'm an arranger, right? I'm really good at picking out notes and laying out the notes in a way that it makes musical sense. Kit, on the other hand, is a producer, and he could create sound and make all of the different sounds sound like something, like a good meal. You know what I mean? Like a
sandwich
good,
was your reference, right?
Yeah, it's like a good sandwich. So I'm interested in hearing how those notes fit with the bass.
So just the vocals and the bass, right?
Just the vocals and the bass.
Alright, I brought it up. Right? Oh, nope, I need to run it through.
Oh, the audio, yeah.
Yeah, working on the fly here. External headphones apply. Right.
You give me that Sammy Jo, no.
Yeah, the space, right?
Spaces, yeah, and that's what I was now gonna say.
So the bass actually played in the space.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. We didn't plan that because while I was making the beat, she was writing the song.
That was one question that I had. So Sammy Jo just decided to show up.
Well, we organized a session. It's like, hey, I like what you do and I like your creativity and whatever cases. Okay. And we just organized a session and we didn't have any plan. We didn't know what we was gonna do. And while I started the guitar strum, it's like, let me just play the guitar. Yeah, boom, boom. So when I was playing the guitar and I started layering the guitar, she was like, okay. Good. I was like, yo, that real bad. Just voice note it and just record the melodies. So we got all the melodies. She wrote the whole song. I just kind of cleaned up pieces. So she did most of the magic in the writing.
Wow.
And she has a way of finding the groove in between the beats. So as I said, when it is she started singing, you could actually hear the bass comes in and it has space. So boom, boom, boom. Sammy Jo, no. Boom. Like it's almost fitting in these spaces. It's like they're talking to each other.
Yeah.
You give me that good. You give me that good love. Hey, wait a minute.
And she's also like having a conversation with the guitars as well too. It's very few writers and artists could do that. Very, very few.
Yeah.
So like space. So give the guitar space to breathe.
Yeah. You don't need words there all the time.
And the echoes from her voice fills in the space as well. So it doesn't feel unnatural and too dry.
Right.
But yeah, no, she's crazy good. Crazy good at writing and singing and very, very good.
Sammy Jo? Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so just to remind the people what it sounds like if you could play everything together. Because I think we started with just the instrumental with all the vocals, now to put everything in one. Make the sandwich.
Let me play the drums so you have an idea.
The drums, yeah.
That's not complicated. It's very, very simple to do. And then the percussion. And then
literally everything has a pocket.
it's really not complicated. We tend to overcomplicate things ourselves, and that is where some of the potential of the song gets removed. But when you really get to a point of just I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this, that's it, you'll start to realize a lot of popular songs super simple. Super like Thames and Wizkid.
Yeah.
How the choruses go again? Gosh, I can't remember it offhand, you know.
We will drop a link in the description.
Brain ain't working today. But the chorus is super simple. It's the beat is super simple. I think it's just chords, the kick, snare, and then the hi-hat or whatever the case is. And then her voice, one lead voice. They didn't have no sort of harmonies and thing.
Yeah.
So
Because for example, if I may, okay, so Logic now has this thing where you can actually pull sessions from some of these artists.
pull sessions?
Pull sessions. So they give you like a free copy of Billie Eilish sessions to look at.
Serious?
Yes, and you could watch. They have like 100 tracks, layered vocals, layered percussion, layered this, and I'm just like, here you are with the other drum snare.
I feel the trickiness, you know.
Yeah.
I feel the trickiness because when you listen to Billie Eilish stuff, it doesn't sound like 100 instruments.
It doesn't. It sounds like one.
But then again, if you're skilled enough to layer instruments well enough, yeah, you could take 5 snares and get 1 snare. But that's not easy because you have the phasing issue. If you put 2 kicks together, they could cancel out each other on the bottom end and thing. So you have to be very, very careful with layering stuff. But if a sample is good enough, you don't need to. You know what I mean? I want to see them sessions.
I'll pull them up for you after.
Oh,
When we're done with this, you will see. You can download the thing,
I
and it's
didn't know that.
literally a cascade of
That's
stuff.
crazy. I know I saw a Michael Jackson session and his vocals was like, there was a lot of tracks. I could get that.
Yeah,
his
well, yeah,
harmonies
because
and shit is crazy.
he was not just a perfectionist, but I think he was going for a particular song.
Yeah.
For sure. Ladies and gents, we had to thank Kit for breaking down the Sammy Jo track. Listen, I thought it had like a million ideas in one. It's a simple and effective song. Kick, snare, maybe a little 2 percussion or shakers, a 808 bass, a guitar riff.
Well, the guitar is a few layers, but I can't play guitar that well. So
Right,
that's why I mean it's a few layers.
Yeah. And Sammy Jo voice, quite literally.
That's basically it.
Harmonies, if so much, but that is it.
But one key point though, sometimes when you pick an instrument, if the quality of the instrument isn't thick enough, it doesn't fill up the space. So when it comes to a mixing issue, if you pick a weak instrument, you can't just put 4 weak instruments.
Right.
You need those instruments to totally fill up the space because you've heard tracks with just a piano and a voice before, right? And then it just sounds full. But sometimes, like if I produce something with a piano and a voice, the piano doesn't fill up the space like if you record it live and if you get the proper.
Right.
Yeah, so that is something definitely to note. You need to. There's a certain level of mixing engineering that you need to understand too when it is you're picking tones. Yeah, because soca, we just tend to just throw in 1,000 percussion and hopefully the mix would sound good. It wouldn't sound good. I promise you, it would just sound like just madness.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's a vibe anyway. So
It's a
I
vibe.
can't really fight it. To be honest, I like the vibe.
The man has spoken, ladies and gentlemen. Kit, thank you again for joining us on this week's episode. Plug your stuff, tell people where they can find you. But before we do that, I just want to let you all know we'll be doing a thing. We're going to be doing our build it song energy kind of vibe. Very soon we'll announce the dates and all of that with Advokit Productions. It'll be live streamed, meaning not pre-recorded and uploaded. You can interact, chip in your little ideas. Ooh, how about a little shaker? Yes, you have that opportunity. So look out for that flyer somewhere about. We will share it out. And yeah, that's it. So tell people where they could find you.
Well, I don't want nobody to find me.
Alright, so back
But you can find my social media handles at Kit Israel and at Advocate Prod. And yeah.
Quite simple, and that's it. Alright guys, so that's it. Like, share, comment, subscribe. See all of our information on the website www.forthemostpowerpodcast.com. That is it. I go drink water. Nah, I ain't gonna do that because I will get copyright strike. That's it guys. See y'all. You'll see y'all and hear y'all on the next one. Peace.